Northwestern did not see me or my teammates as humans, students, or student athletes. We were not celebrated or appreciated for our color or culture. We were forced and threatened to conform to the Wildcat way.
The Wildcat Way is mentioned by former player Rico Lamitte, including treating players of color differently, allegedly forcing them to conform their appearance or risk not being able to play. He and Noah Herron, another former player, shared their stories for the first time this past Friday. The university now facing over 20 lawsuits connected to abuse in athletics. And joining us now is former Northwestern football player Rico Lamitte. It's good to see you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I know you played for Northwestern in the early 2000s. You are now coming forward almost 20 years, more than 20 years after playing for the Wildcats. Why was it important for you to share your story?
Yeah, a lot of us had moved forward and tried to put a lot of stuff that we went through in the past, just keep it in the past. I recently had a landmark birthday and I was on vacation with the family. And when I came back, the whole scandal was in the news. And I actually saw one of my younger teammates, Ramon Diaz, his story had gotten out and how it had affected him for over a decade after that. And it kind of hit me. I was there when some of these events happened. I was in a leadership position on the team at the time. And these are things you just don't really think much of when you're in the mix there. But I should have said something back then, and it really upset me to see him being attacked publicly. We're brothers, you know, all the guys on the team, and to see that going down on Twitter, on Facebook, people being attacked for reciting things that actually happened. I had to say something. I'm a father myself, and I want my daughter to be able to play sports at Northwestern one day and not have to deal with stuff like this.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, I was ashamed that we didn't say something sooner.
Yeah, and your lawyer is joining us as well, but I just want to ask a follow-up question. Can you describe to us briefly what specifically did you witness? What did you see that is still disturbing to you and sticking with you today?
The one incident that I'm referencing was when Ramon Diaz actually had his Cinco de Mayo shaved into his head when he came in as a freshman as part of the hazing ritual. And his locker in preseason camp that year was close to mine. And that was taking it a step too far. And a lot of us had tunnel vision at the time. We're thinking about going to the NFL. You're thinking about making plays. You're thinking about being other players out for your position. And you let stuff like that slide. And to hear directly from Ramon that it had affected him for so long, it really hurt me. And my wife is a trauma-informed specialist, and we talk a lot about Black and brown trauma and how it affects you, how you carry it on with you, and we don't really have the time to process that. And it really hit home for me. So I had to say something.
While former head coach Pat Fitzgerald did not take up the top coaching job until 2006, he was at the university starting in 2001, back when you played, Rico. Did he play a role in what you experienced as a player?
Yeah, he was inspirational. Pat came in. I was a big fan of Pat, but the thing is, he wasn't my head coach. A lot of the stuff that I witnessed, a lot of stuff that I experienced, he wasn't the head coach at the time. I feel the fact that he took over when he did, and a lot of those issues were still behind the scenes going on. They just got bigger and got worse. And at the end of the day, it's all about accountability.
Sure.
And the head of that program.
Sorry, don't mean to interrupt. Did he? So he didn't play a role in any of the alleged abuse or the racism that you experienced?
Not that I know of. He wasn't my direct coach.
Understood.
He was a special team. Yeah, he was a special teams coach when he came in. I played for him on one of the special teams, but that's about it. He was linebacker coach, and I played safety.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.